welcome to Positive Impact. My name is Joy Elamo and I am your host for today. With me today on the program is Engineer Emmanuel. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Now we're here today to talk about the Earthsound Center for Social Development Outreach. Yes, during the holidays we went out to visit an orphanage home, the David Bassi Ipeme Foundation and Homes, and we met with Ambassador Mrs. Coco Cristo. She spoke about her journey so far with the children. Let's take a look.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me?
We're right now at the orphanage house. That is in David Bassi Ipeme orphanage house, and we're just waiting for, we have people inside. We're waiting for them to refill before we go and share our gifts. Yeah, so stay tuned.
I'm the seed of Abraham. The seed of Abraham. I join hand with Christ. The victory is mine.
So we're planning saying we're going to visit an orphanage. Usually we go to the government orphanage.
Okay.
So she said, oh, there's this place here. She told me all the story, and oh my goodness, I admire your courage, your strength, and that zeal, the passion. I said, okay, we're going to come here. So we just decided that we're going to come here to give our little,
We haven't,
to you guys. We run, we have a TV station, an online TV station. It's called Earthsound.
Oh, really?
What do we call them? No, Earthsound TV. So we do talk shows, we do music
So I
recording.
can come on the TV and talk about the
We're going to invite you.
because of the new place we're doing.
Yes,
because that's the building.
Okay.
This is the new site. It's called the City of David, and we'll be going here anytime soon, as far as God helps us to be able to move in here. It's becoming too small for the children, and right now we are going on almost 50 children, so there's a need for us to expand, and we have many more referrals coming in, especially children living with HIV, and we can't say no. So, but however, because we can't say no, we need to think of an expansion. And very recently we were gifted with 8 plots of land in Eneka, so we're just hoping that in no time soon we'll be able to get the City of David ready. It's going to be a children's village, but it's going to have all the facilities that should be in a home for children. A 5-bed sick bay with a doctor in charge. We're going to have the library, we're going to have the ICT, we're going to have the high city, like you said. We're also going to have vocational skill centers. Most of the children that are grown are currently in the university actually supposed to be learning a skill or two, but because we basically don't have space for anything here, so nothing much happens around that area. So there's going to be a vocational skills center, and we're also hoping that from that point the children will be equipped for the future. Not just that they're university graduates, but that they have a survival skill, that in case tomorrow there's no job, they can fall back to whatever skill that they have learned. So we're just believing God, trusting God to help us too. So I'm sure this platform will help us tell our stories a bit more, and hope that we'll get people who will come on board to support us to do whatever it is we're doing. Thank you.
Nice
You
one.
caught me on a way.
difficult question.
Well, we haven't started. I have to meet the children as
Okay,
well.
we'll
so
meet
I'm
them.
trying to get to hurry up so that we can
We'll meet them.
go in and meet them. So we have the most senior is already in her 6th year.
Okay.
Optometry. Currently, she's doing her externship in an eye clinic. So after that, she will go back to school and finish. And then there's also the one that is in law school. Oh no, UST, studying law. And we have 3 more going in. This year, we're just hoping UST will be kind to us to give them admission. 3 more is going in this week and then this year. And then many others, secondary, nursery, primary, and all. You know, and the very little ones as well. So that it's going to bring in as many visitors to that site as possible. We want to be able to tell the stories of the children in pictures. We want to be able to tell the stories of the children in write-ups. We're going to have an art gallery. So every child will tell his or her story in the arts, with arts. So when people come in, we can actually tell real stories, as well as tell you what's going on out there, what children are going through, why are children becoming slaves, sex slaves. I just went to rescue a child. Not rescue, I was called to pick up a child by feeder. And this child has been going through sexual abuse. And it's very painful. It's very painful. So these are stories we want to share. The children are actually going through this. I have had children who's been thrown out by their families because they were HIV positive. I have cared for them, and up till today, I'm not HIV positive. So it's not something that I really want to, talk about like now. When we get to the studio, we're going to talk about a lot of things.
Because we are
Yes.
interested in this
Yes.
true life story.
Yes.
So when you're going to be available,
True life.
you tell us. We'd like to have you in the studio.
We even have a child that's been with me for over 14 years. She's over 17 now, living with HIV. She's about to go to university. She's very fine. She's good. Nothing has happened. Yeah.
I was just thinking, the children who are in the higher institutions, so when they graduate, what next? What plans do you have for them?
Just like I graduated. When I graduated, I left home.
Okay, so they will leave
I went
go.
to youth service.
Yeah.
I only returned when I had the man to show.
Okay.
So I'm waiting for my grandchildren to come.
Okay.
I always tell them, bring my son-in-law home.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're open to it. It becomes a home base. Okay? So even if the child goes to wherever,
They come back.
of course, it's a home base. We remain as parents, okay, to the children. And for any reason anyone comes, there's always someone they can talk to. And then we can guide. Now, for every child that comes, except for children who probably are trafficked and brought by the police, for every child that comes, we do family tracing.
Yes.
Because every child has a family.
Yeah.
Except those ones that have been, trafficked and the police intercepted on the way. That's different. We don't know where they come from.
Yeah.
But for every child referred for care,
Yeah. We trace back.
we do family tracing. Even if it's the oldest person in the family that lived, we want to know this family, does it exist? Who are they? Where are they? So if there's any need to reintegrate the child, there's a place we're taking the child to.
Yeah.
So, but when we do family tracing and we can find, even if he's an old man, at least there's somebody somewhere, and we're able to say, oh, this child comes from this village, though there's no living family member, or the person that is alive is maybe 89 years old and might not be able to do anything for this child, so this child remains with us. So we always trace and we know where the child comes from, and we always let them know what their cultures are. For those that we can trace, but for those that we can't, we've adopted them. They are now cross riverians. So for those we can't trace, they naturally, the PEMES. But for those we can, we always will do the best so that they know where home is. So if a child is getting married and we know the family base, we always will go back and say, look, this has happened for the child, and we need the people to know that this child has a root somewhere. She didn't just, come out of nowhere. Okay.
So do you have medical facilities here?
We have a room where we use as a sick bay,
Yeah.
but it's not sufficient.
Okay, so when they're really sick.
That's where the nurse stays, and when they're sick, she treats them. But we need a bigger space because sometimes more than a child or two, falls ill, and they need to be removed from, the others for a while. Sometimes relaxing and just sleeping helps the child, and the other ones are making noise up and down. The child cannot relax, so we need that facility as much as possible. We can't have children and not have, such facility is key.
When you like you're talking, I'm thinking of so many things.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, how much does it cost you to feed them a day? Like you have how many square meals? Everybody eats like some.
Basically, it's supposed to be 3 square meals, but sometimes they even do 4. Let me explain to you. In the morning when they're going to school, they do their breakfast, and as they're going to school, they go with lunch. As they return from school, they have basic lunch, and then at night they have dinner. So that's more than 3 square meals, And then during the holidays, it's even much more, because by the time you feed 8 a.m. By 11 o'clock they are hungry, so something has to go down. By 1 now, we are also already preparing Gary. Something has to go down. And before it's 5 o'clock, Mommy, I'm hungry.
So do you have like a regular job, or you're permanently here with them?
2 things.
Yeah.
It's more like a regular job for me. You know why? Because I run a foundation and I also run the home.
Okay.
The foundation does community-based activities. That's why you see USAID on that, and you see UN, and you see MSH, and you see FHI. They are international partners we work with, and they actually support, like Save the Children, they actually support a community-based component, which is also children living with HIV. So we've reached out to over 40,000 children so far. In 11 years, in 15 years. Yes, supported by these international partners, funded by USAID. So basically, I'm here and I'm in Calabar because we have a branch office in Calabar doing the same thing with staff and all that. So we are jumping from here to the community and back, and then trying to watch what's going on here. And that's why the staff within the home are different from the office staff, because the office staff do the community-based, the home staff focus on the kids and all. So I'm running in between, the programs. So that's what it is.
Awesome. This is wonderful. Well, we'll be in touch with you, and like we have agreed, you and I, that Earthsound is going to be one of your partners from next year. We'd love to partner with you and work with you. So hope to see you in the studio one of these days.
This is David Bassi, Payment Foundation and Homes for Children, DBI Foundation. My name is Divine Favor, and I'm one of the first 5 children in the home. The home the vision was bettered in 2004. We were officially launched in 2007, started in a 1-bedroom apartment in 2008, and we moved into this place in 2010 on a free lease donation by Honorable Tammy Danagogo. Here we take care of children with all forms of vulnerability, and presently we have 40 children in the home, and that's including the toddlers and the bigger ones. Our eldest sister is already in her 6th year in Madonna studying optometry, and I'm in my 2nd year in River State University studying law, and she just gained admission to Ignatius to study business administration, and 2 others also. So like I said, we are 40 and we are at capacity, meaning we cannot bring in more children again except in very critical situations. So that's why we are planning on building a bigger place. We call that place the City of David, where we'll be able to take care of a larger number of orphans and vulnerable children. So we talk to people so they assist in any capacity that they can to make this our vision a reality. And this year we turned 15, and we also reach out to people because we actually really want to move out of this place because it's getting really tight, and we have other plans for the growing children. Raise your voice and pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Holy Spirit of living God, we say thank you. We give us the praise and glory for all these things that you've done for us. We appreciate you. voices and appreciate you. Father, we say thank you, give us praise and glory. We exalt you because there's no one like you. Thank you because you've heard our prayers. For in Jesus' name we have prayed. And amen.
Okay, we are David Bassett Payment Foundation Home. We came to see the motherless babies and present some of our Christmas gifts to them.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me? 'Cause
Welcome back. This is Positive Impact. We were talking about the project that Earthsound Center for Social Development carried out during the holidays. Well, it was an awesome visit. Did you see those kids? 40 children in a home. I don't know how she does it.
Well, she's a mother. And one amazing thing was the fact that all the children referred to her as mom.
Yeah.
Even her biological children and the displaced children they had to bring in.
Yeah.
It was also very interesting and very beautiful to see how they were all able to live, or they are all able to live together,
Exactly.
in harmony. And one other thing that really struck me was the fact that she's not just raising the children, she's raising them, as good Christians.
Yeah.
Because we had to experience some of them pray.
Yes.
And the prayer points these kids were raising, the worship songs they were singing,
Awesome.
it was amazing. So it was a good experience.
And you said they have a choir.
Yeah.
And the kids are the ones singing too.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll be able to produce them. I mean, they'll come to the studio.
Well, it was also good to see these children with different giftings. It was a good experience, and actually there was a lot for me personally to learn.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have to be someone you're related to by blood.
Yeah.
All you just need is love in your heart to be able to accommodate someone in, because it takes a lot to nurture children.
Yeah, it does.
Because you're meeting children with different characters, from different backgrounds, and you're able to bring them together, under one fold, for them to relate with themselves as brothers and sisters. So it takes a lot.
Yeah, and she also mentioned that they also trace the children's lineage. They trace them back.
Yeah.
For example, when they're old enough to get married or something, even if it's just a grandparent alive or somebody, they want to just make sure that you have a family.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I just wonder how do they? Oh my goodness, how does she do it? Like feeding them, morning, afternoon, evening. Even sometimes they have snacks.
In between meals and all that.
Yes. And they also go to school. All of them go to school.
Well, one thing I know is when you carry out such endeavor, things like this are actually actions that touch the heart of God.
Yeah.
And definitely when God sees you doing things like this, He always makes ways for you. Provisions for you. He touches the hearts of people to support. So I wasn't surprised, or I'm not surprised, seeing those number of children and they were all looking healthy.
Yeah.
She also even mentioned that they have to cater for some children that are sick, children that might have some illnesses that have been abandoned, and they take care of them, the medical bills, drugs and all that. So I know somehow God is making a way, for them to be able to achieve.
Yeah, because I've been to some homes, and I've never seen one like this where they live together with the children and her own biological children, just live as one big family. That's really awesome.
It's an amazing thing she's doing. We just pray that God gives her the strength to continue.
Yeah, that's just wonderful. Well, I hope people are watching, and there might be people out there who want to, take part, be part of this program. And you can send us a message, use our comment section. You can send a message and somebody will respond to you as soon as possible. So do you have anything else to add before we close?
Well, just to actually still appeal to the listeners out there, the people with the heart to actually give. This is this is something you can actually be actively involved in, because the children are our future actually, and for every single child that you touch, it's like a rippling effect. They grow up to touch the lives of other people, and so your good deeds and your legacy lives through time just because of one child you've touched. So just try to contact us and we can get you across to them.
Okay. I hope we'll do this again, even better. Not hope. I know we're gonna do this. We have plans now.
Yeah, we have plans. We also said that we'll have like a follow-up team.
Yeah.
You can reach us, and our team can go to these homes, because there are a number of them. Can go to these homes, and we can just make your presence felt. You don't have to be there in person, but we can go and make your presence felt. So just reach us, contact us, and we get your message across.
Listening to her, honestly, I was broken when I heard about. That child that the father sexually abused. Can you imagine that?
It's disturbing.
Yeah.
Such actions get to linger in the minds of these children for a very long time.
It does.
And it actually affects their future, and how they get to relate with other people because of the traumatic experience.
Exactly. And if a family, somebody in the family can do that, so you can imagine how you feel when you are in the midst of strangers. How that child will feel.
True.
Because you won't trust anybody. You're supposed to
and
trust
also,
people.
I think we should use this medium to appeal out to the public. If you know anybody who's going through this,
Yes.
or if you are aware of any child that's been abused in any way, you can kindly reach out to us. We know the proper channels and the proper people to inform, to make sure justice comes to that child, the girl child or the boy child, because the abuse actually goes either way.
Yeah.
Understand? So just try to reach out to Earthsound from social development, and we know the right steps to take.
Okay, viewers, thank you so much for watching, and we've come to the end of this program. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time. Please like, share. We love you. We'll see you again next week. Goodbye. God bless.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me?